Well, we got some breaking news that just came through a few minutes ago as I was recording my Cortez Mills film review. So be ready for that upcoming here in a little bit right after this video, probably an hour or so after. So be ready for that. But Nebraska got confirmation of who their bowl opponent will be. It'll be Boston College in the Pinstripe Bowl. Now, a little bit about Boston College this year. They came out early in the season with the win over Florida State. They beat Duquesne's pretty handedly, but we know what Florida State ended up being. A close loss to Missouri by 6 points in that game, which they probably should have won. Beat Michigan State, beat Western Kentucky, but then from early October through mid-November, lost 4 out of 5 during that stretch, finishing the season with a win over North Carolina and a win over Pitt. Now, there's a little bit of some changes that have happened, since their starting quarterback, Thomas Castellanos, is not returning to the football team. He had lost his starting job and announced that he would not be returning to the team. There's going to be the starter Grayson James, who replaced them against Syracuse and before the SMU game. So Grayson James there, former FIU quarterback, I believe. And just for what it's worth, Nebraska opens as a 5.5-point favorite in this game. A little bit of an opportunity here to exact revenge on Bill O'Brien for me as a Texans fan, which is much needed in my regard. Haven't been able to do that yet, so Nebraska can avenge me there. It's one of those things where it's a situation where Boston College does not have a quarterback set. And, James, for what it's worth, struggled in the Syracuse game, but over the course of a few games, ended up with 901 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a 78.6 QBR. So he's a guy who's somewhat efficient at 64%, but nothing that's going to be crazy in terms of his arm. His, season with the most playing time at FIU, 209 for 357, 58.5% completion percentage, just under 2,000 yards, and 11 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. That was his sophomore season. He is now a junior. Most recently in the game against Pittsburgh, 20 for 28, 253 yards with a 71.4 completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. So he did get better as the season went along in just those few ending games there. But it'll be interesting to see. Their offense scores just under 30 points per game, and their defense allows just over 23 points per game, which puts them around the middle of, the pack in terms of college football rankings. I believe they're 54th in offense and somewhere around that range in defense as well. So it'll be, not the most exciting matchup for Nebraska, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But at least we officially know who Nebraska's bowl opponent will be. And, I'll break this down in more detail as we go along, but just wanted to share the news with you that Nebraska has their bowl opponent set December 28th in New York at the Pinstripe Bowl. If you like what I'm doing here, please consider dropping a like, subscribing to the channel, drop your comments, and let me know what you think of the bowl destination. And stay tuned for that Cortez Mills film review, which will be coming in just a little bit. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.